Hey, how are you? So today we're going to talk about the 3 weapons of mass destruction that a self-centered person uses to manipulate you. My name's Michele Paiva. Please subscribe and ring the bell so that you are alerted to new videos when I have them available. Now, we all know what it feels like to be manipulated, and we would all like to think that every person who's nice to us is genuinely nice to us. But that's actually not the case, and we all know it, because we've been manipulated before. Even if you've had training, even if you've had experience, you can still fall victim to manipulation. When people are being misleading or outright lying with the intent to hurt you and using your kindness that you've given them as a tool, as a weapon against you, it is heartbreaking. So I get it. So I get it professionally, and I also get it personally. Been there, done that, it's not fun. But there are signs. And the problem is when someone is really nice to us and when we start to see these red flags, we don't notice it because we don't want to see the negative in people, we want to see the positive in people. And they use that kindness that you have as a weapon against you, which stinks. All right, so anyway, in this video, I'm going to be explaining these 3 tactics that they use, but you have to listen to each and every one of them because they all build on each other. So the first one that they use, and this is the one in the beginning where they're getting to know you or just getting to know a different facet of you, is they want to have a common goal. So even if they have differing opinions, differing beliefs, different motivations, totally different mindsets, different lifestyles, doesn't matter, they still want to have a common goal. I'm going to give you a really good example. I'm going to give you an example. Now, please, it's just an example. I'm not assuming that you believe in God, and I'm not assuming that the other person is an atheist. Let's just say that you believe in God and you're with someone and this person is around you and they say that they are atheist. Or maybe they don't even bring it up right away, but they're asking you lots of questions about your spirituality. They want to know what motivates you. They want to know why you're spiritual. They want to know how you could possibly believe in God and who taught you, where your inspiration comes from, and again, all about your motivations. What do you get out of it? A nice person who's asking you that just wants to know, but a narcissist or a borderline is going to be asking you these things just to use it against you in the future. But what they do, they don't do it in a way that's really mean and attacking because you would take a step back, right? What they do instead is they gently question you. Then they start to focus on the fact that you both have the same common goal. They might say something like, well, we both like to be kind to people, right? That's what you get out of religion, and that's what I get out of just being atheist. I just focus on being nice to people. And in that moment, you really can't possibly say no to that, right? So you're starting to feel that you have something in common, that they understand you in some way. And all they're doing is getting to that shared goal, getting to that space. Because once you feel like you're connected emotionally with them, they can go on to step 2. So if step 1 is all about finding that common goal, step 2 is all about reward. Now that they know your belief system and your motivations and what makes you tick and why you do the things you do or believe in what you believe, they start to give you incentives to move away from that because you feel like they share this common goal. So let's just say it's that God atheist thing. And they're bringing in that, you know what, we're all kind people. We all want the best for everyone. You do it through religion and I do it through just being nice. That's what they say to you. But then they start to realize that you're going to maybe church or a church group or a synagogue, and they just don't like that. So they give you an incentive to not go. They might even come up with something that is volunteerism that happens to collide with the time and the day that you go to your mass or to your synagogue, wherever. And of course, if you say no to that, they're going to say, well, this is to help people. And although you're going and you're going to be praying, this is really directly helping people. So then they start to give you an emotional incentive. Yes, I want to help people. That's where I should be. Or they give you a guilt trip or whatever. Bottom line is they keep dropping little incentives for you to not do the things that you like to do, the things that you believe in, the things that you're motivated for, and the things that are good for you. They want to lure you away from that and focus on something else. So even though that something else might be temporary with them, it is still something that is a reward for you away from your life. It's a way for them to control. So let's just take a step back. This manipulating person is now focused on 1, finding out what it is that you believe in, what it is that motivates you. They are also now giving little rewards and incentives to get you lured away from what is natural for you. And the third area that they're going to dive into is that they are going to make you feel like it is your choice because you can't possibly get mad at something that you've developed. Let's just take that whole example again. Now they've lured you away, and at least one time you're going to go volunteer with them in the time and the space that you would have been normally doing something else that is spiritually positive for you. Now you're doing this other thing, which also might be very nice. But now they're going to ask you to get more involved in some way, to start creating decisions. They might ask your opinion on a lot of things that revolve around that. So let's just say that you're doing something with a nonprofit and it's something that you're going to physically be picking up trash around some area, maybe a park. Now they're going to ask you, what should we wear? What time should we get there? Should we pack a lunch? They're going to get you very involved in the decision-making process. Once you're involved in the decision-making process of something that wasn't even your idea to begin with, it is now becoming your choice. It's now becoming something that you are guiding. Now, let me take a step back from this. What the narcissist or the horrible person usually does at this point is decide they don't want to do it at the last minute. Now you've become invested and you have an emotional connection now to volunteering perhaps, or whatever this other thing is. You're not doing the thing that you wanted to do. And now you might feel like you're letting these people down, the people that you agreed to volunteer with. Now you feel tied to it. And this other person is taking a step back going, well, I didn't really want to do it that much. I mean, you were doing something and you say you want to be nice to people. And I just thought this was something that you would want to do. I didn't really want to do it from the beginning. I'm nice to people all of the time. That's what they're going to say. Or they're going to go ahead and go and make you do all of the work. And they're not really going to be emotionally invested in it at all anyway. It's all about controlling you, because the more they take you out of your element, the more they have control and the more they can blame it on you because you've now become emotionally invested in it. So let's just recap, okay? And let's figure out in your life where this might have happened. Number one, they want to find out a lot about you and they want to find out what you believe in and what your motivations are for that belief system. And then they want to give you incentives and rewards to kind of lure you away from that thing, whatever that is. And then after they've lured you away, they want to make it like it's your fault so that you can't get mad at them and you can't bring it up to them that they're the ones that didn't want you to do the original thing in the beginning. Another quick example might be you're a guy who is a drummer and you have a band and you like to go to practice every Friday night with your bandmates. And the woman you're with doesn't really like you to do that. But she knows, because she's talked to you in length, that being with your bandmates is something that is very important to you and practicing and music is very important to you. But she finds out that there is a concert somewhere at the park and she wants more time with you. So she decides that she wants you to go to that concert in the park. And she'll make up every reason why it's important for you to experience this new thing. Whatever it is, it's somehow an incentive or a reward for you to get away from your band, at least for one night, and then you do it. Once you make the decision that you're going to go ahead and do this with her, even if it might feel wrong, if it might feel, you might even feel resentful, but you made the agreement. Now you've stuck to it and you stick to your word. She's going to start to find ways that you should get more involved. She's going to maybe put you in charge of a carpool, or she's going to make the night a lot longer. Maybe you're not just going to the concert at the park, but then after that, you're going to go out with her friends, or you're going to foot the bill for everyone. And she's going to start talking about it publicly. And now your bandmates are going to get a little upset because you committed to them originally. So there's going to be some friction, but that's what she wants. She wants some of the friction and she wants distance between whatever it is that you have and your belief systems, your motivations, your passions, all of that. So she doesn't care if they get upset. And in fact, that's why she's being public. It's sort of her way of saying, I won. So that was just one example of how the manipulator gets to you and pulls you away from things that you believe in and that are motivations for you and things that you are passionate about and people that you care about. And they do it all in a way that is very subtle, very sneaky, and now hopefully very transparent. So I hope I've helped you a little bit to see that transparency in how they manipulate and how they can like kind of weasel into your life a little bit. It's really uncomfortable. It's very sad. It makes you feel taken advantage of. It makes you feel like you've been cast aside. It makes you feel resentful. You might lash out in anger, and all of that is completely justified. The best thing to do is just extract yourself from the situation as much as possible. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and ring the bell so that when I have more videos, you have access to them right away. All right, thank you. Bye.